So we are now live at the open house. We've set our signs. We know it's in the MLS. Side note, if it's not your listing, ensure that whoever's listing it is has put it in the MLS so it syncs to Zillow and Realtor and Redfin and all the sites. And now you're there. So what do you do when you first get there?
Yeah, making sure, the house seems open.
Yep.
So, having the lights on, shades open, whatever, having your candle lit, having the door open, music going, just make sure that it's an inviting environment. And then kind of just having your process dialed, whether that's having your sign in sheet or knowing what you're going to say,
Yep.
and who you're going to take time on.
And sign-in sheets are absolutely a preference thing, right?
Mhm.
You've got Nathan's video linked here about using Sierra to do a sign-in sheet that will automatically put these attendees right into Follow Up Boss. But I've seen paper sign-in sheets. You don't have to do a sign-in sheet. You can do the line of, hey, do you have a card?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what do you do in that one?
Usually it's after, almost every person, if you make a good connection with them, they say, "Oh, thanks. Like, do you have a card?" And I always say, "Oh, you know, just slipped my mind today. I don't have one. Let me grab your number."
Yep.
And it's an easy way. Or if you want to be a little more conservative, you can kind of just say, "Oh yeah, like I only do virtual business cards. Let me send you one. Like, what's
Yes.
your number?"
Yep.
So, it's a easy way of like getting somebody's number, their name, and without seeming like too salesy.
Yeah.
So
And make it natural.
yeah,
After you've built some of that relational capital, I think that is much easier for you to get the info from them. And the phones now too, you can just hold them to each other and they share contact info. There's also the dot uh, program or little thing you can pay $20, put a little dot sticker on the back of your phone, and that lets you send them your website, your headshot. I mean, all the info that you'd want them to have.
because the reality is, right, you give somebody your business card, like it's
Rare.
going in the cup holder in their car for a day, and then it's going in the garbage.
Very rare to get a call back from a business card, but you want to have a plan to capture info. It's very easy to greet somebody, let them see the house, and then they're kind of making their way out. And it's so easy just to let them go and be like, well, thanks for coming in. You gotta be a little aggressive here, a little
The oth-
salesy.
the other thing I want to mention, just so I don't forget,
Yeah.
is kind of just knowing what other listings are live in the neighborhood and being able to speak to them, price, what they look like. That's an easy way to, you know, if they're not interested in your open house, it's an easy segue of like, cool guys, well, there's actually one down the street too that's, available if you guys want to check it out later this afternoon. I'll be done at 2.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Know it well and know maybe what's nicer about it that would entice them to want to see that one. That's why some of our advisors love doing open houses in pairs. And I love that idea too. One, it's more fun. Especially with a condo where there's maybe a buzz in door or sign, you can take turns rotating so that somebody's in the unit and then somebody's letting people in. I've even seen advisors set up the Thrive tent with a table outside. This was a DU listing, and the person outside ended up getting even better leads and traffic than the
wow.
person inside.
Yeah.
But that, to Braden's point, that would give you the opportunity that if you're connecting with somebody and you mention that other house down the street and they're intrigued, if it's a going show and you probably know that, tap out. You got the open house covered by whoever else is there.
Yeah.
Just go on a whim and be like, hey, my partner can handle this for a bit. Let's go check it out.
Yeah.
Amazing opportunity to really get somebody to be your client in doing an activity just like that. So have a partner and a plan, potentially food and drink, plan to your personality. One of my best tactics ever, I did brew mosas. If you haven't had one, Blue Moon, typical beer with it, and OJ. So kind of like a mimosa, but a little Colorado vibe, if you will.
Yeah.
Snooze has them on the menu. A bunch of the trendy brunch spots do. And a lot of people I found hadn't heard of it. And it was a great conversation starter. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, you guys, you got to try this. It was so in line with the make a friend thing. And it led to a lot of really good conversations. That would be the goal, is focus on a couple of the people that you can connect with. 15 people come through. You're not going to likely connect with 15 people.
Right.
By trying to, you may miss the opportunity to connect with one or two very meaningfully and have a chance at having them be your client. So latch onto the ones that are engaging you and seem like you're making some common connections and kind of making the friend vibes. And then towards the end, you could say, hey, you guys seem super cool. Might it make sense for us to grab a beer or a coffee sometime and kind of talk about what your goals are in this? I'm not a high pressure realtor. I just love when I meet people that I jive with and love to be a resource for them. So you can kind of dial down the pressure and have a good opportunity to turn somebody from an open house attendee into a client. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about is OFQs. This comes out of from Phil Jones, stands for an opening, a mutually agreeable fact, and an easy to answer question. And this could be your recipe for greeting anybody at an open house. What would it look like playing out?
Welcome in. My name's Braden. I'm with Thrive Real Estate.
Yeah.
The weather is beautiful out there. Like, you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah.
You know, what brought you guys in today?
Yeah. A couple good questions I've heard like that. What brought you guys in today? Renee Funk says, where did you travel in from?
Yep.
It's kind of a silly question, but very intentionally silly because people are like, travel in. I just drove here.
Yeah.
But, hey, where'd you travel in from today? You're going to get to know, did they seek that house out?
Yeah.
If they came from 45 minutes away, that's telling you something. They are looking in that area, saw your open house on the MLS, and are there with a purpose. Did you see the signs or did you see it on the MLS? That's another easy to answer question. It's simply a greeting. Hey, welcome in. That's the opening. It's not very hard for an open house. Mutually agreeable fact. Anything. Use the weather, as corny as it may be. Oh, what a gorgeous day out there. And then your question that's easy to answer. It's not how long you been looking? It's not getting really nitty gritty. It's just a simple conversation starter. Yep. So it might be, where'd you travel in from? Did you see it on the MLS or did you see the signs? What brought you in? Was it the neighborhood or the house?
Yeah.
I think I've heard that one from Schaefer. Love that one too. It just gets people talking. And as you're able to hear them and respond and build some relational capital, the opportunity just manifests itself for you to connect with them and actually ask for a follow-up.
Yep.
And, whatever it may be, hey, you guys seem really cool. Would it make sense for us to do this? Or whatever your targeted thing is. Is it the house down the street? What are some other ways you could follow up with somebody? You could even say, I'll keep you posted on this one. If they didn't tell you a lot, say, hey, I always keep everybody posted just so they know what happened. If we end up getting an offer or not.
Yeah.
Maybe they expect your follow-up call.
Yeah. Letting them know if you're running another open house, if you had a good relationship with them, they want to come back by.
Anything that can be a conversation starter is an asset. I did a couple of those big poster boards, went to FedEx and took two of them. I had one that was the school districts, and I blew that thing up so it was like this and just mounted it to foam core, would set it against the cabinets on the countertop. And it was a conversation starter. So I did that with schools. I did one that was property values. First Alliance Title actually puts out some great heat maps. So it's a heat map of all the counties of Denver, and it really does create some conversation. Hey, what is this all about? Oh yeah, this is just kind of breakdown of values and where they're trending in Denver. Something to get you talking. And if that can be a vessel, it's a sales tool to get you just engaging and conversing with somebody. So that's kind of how it plays out once you're in the open house. And the next video, we're going to talk about follow-up and lead capture.